Top 10 Netflix Crime Thriller Movies. Hey guys, welcome back to your entertainment channel, Netflix Tops, where we will tell you all about the top-rated movies and series on Netflix. So grab your popcorn and stay with us until the end of this video, because in today's video, we are going to list down the top 10 Netflix crime movies. So, let's get started. Number 10. Based on the novel of the same name by Chuck Logan, Homefront falls into the crime thriller genre, directed by Gary Fleder. The film is currently listed as the top 5 most watched crime movies on Netflix, and it should definitely be on your list, especially if you like Jason Statham's typical movies. The plot follows a former DEA agent, Phil Broker, played by Jason Statham, who is hoping to escape from his troubled past and move to a seemingly quiet backwater town in the bayou with his daughter. However, he finds anything but quiet there, for the town is riddled with drugs and violence. When Gator Bowden, the role played by James Franco, a psychopathic drug lord, puts the newcomer and his young daughter in harm's way, Broker is forced back into action to save her and their home. Number 9. A 2018 American vigilante action film directed by Antoine Fuqua, titled Equalizer 2, is the sequel to the 2014 film The Equalizer, which was based on the TV series of the same name. It received mixed reviews, with critics praising Washington's performance and film's action sequences. Nevertheless, the film was a commercial success, grossing $190 million worldwide on a production budget of $62 million. The movie tells the story of a retired U.S. Marine and former DEA officer Robert McCall. If you have a problem and there is nowhere else to turn, the mysterious and elusive Robert McCall will deliver the vigilante justice you seek. This time, however, McCall's past cuts especially close to home when thugs kill Susan Plummer, his best friend and former colleague. Now out for revenge, McCall must take on a crew of highly trained assassins who will stop at nothing to destroy him. Number 8. A 2008 spy film and the 22nd in the James Bond series, titled Quantum of Solace, is produced by Eon Productions. It is a direct sequel to Casino Royale, and the second film to star Daniel Craig as the fictional MI6 agent James Bond. In the movie, James Bond and Vesper Lynd sniff a shadowy international network of power and corruption reaping billions. As Bond pursues the agents of an assassination attempt on Vesper, all roads lead to Dominic Green, a world-renowned developer of green technology. Following the death of Vesper Lynd, James Bond makes his next mission personal. The hunt for those who blackmailed his lover leads him to a ruthless businessman, Dominic Green, a key player in the organization which coerced Vesper. Bond learns that Green is plotting to gain total control of a vital natural resource, and he must navigate a minefield of danger and treachery to foil the plan. Number 7. Recently, during the holiday season of 2018, Bird Box was a sensation, bringing in a total of 89 million viewers and a 64% score on Rotten Tomatoes. Adopted from the novel by Josh Mailman, the movie stars Sandra Bullock as Mallory, an expected mother whose fears of becoming a parent are quickly set aside for an ever greater terror. The scene in the movie in which Mallory and her child are seen making their way through the woods is one of the most iconic horror scenes. Susan Beer creates a constant sense of dread and tension throughout Bird Box, relying on good old-fashioned suspense and atmosphere over some flashy special effects. She also does a good job with her ensemble, eliciting performances that keep you invested throughout the movie. Number 6. Based on the 1986 nonfiction book of the same title by Robert Graysmith, Zodiac is a 2007 American thriller film directed by David Fincher, and it grossed over $84.7 million worldwide. The plot of the movie revolves around the late 1960s and 1970s, when the fear grips the city of San Francisco as a serial killer called the Zodiac stalks its residents. Investigators and reporters become obsessed with learning the killer's identity and bringing him to justice. Meanwhile, Zodiac claims victim after victim and taunts the authorities with cryptic messages, ciphers, and menacing phone calls. This case becomes one of the United States' most infamous unsolved crimes. But if you are a fan of mystery movies with a touch of crime and action, then this movie should definitely be next on your watch list. Number 5. A 2011 neo-noir psychological thriller film based on the 2005 novel by Swedish writer Stieg Larsson is titled The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and it was directed by David Fincher. The film was chosen by National Board of Review as one of the top 10 films of 2011, while Mara's performance earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress. It tells the story of a disgraced financial reporter, Mikael Blomkvist, who finds a chance to redeem his honor after being hired by wealthy Swedish industrialist Henrik Wenger to solve the 40-year-old murder of Wenger's niece, Harriet. Wenger believes that Harriet was killed by a member of his own family. To assist him in solving this mystery, Lisbeth Salander joins him, who is an unusual but ingenious investigator, whose fragile trust is not easily won. Number 4. Drive is a 2011 American crime action film directed by Nicholas Winding Refn, and the film was praised for its direction, cinematography, performances, visuals, action sequences, and musical score. This action drama follows a mysterious man who has multiple jobs as a garage mechanic, a Hollywood stuntman, and a getaway driver seems to be trying to escape his shady past as he falls for his neighbor, whose husband is in prison and who's looking after her child alone. Our hero gets more than he bargained for when he meets the man who is married to the woman he loves, as when Irene's husband gets out of jail, he enlists the driver's help in a $1 million heist. The job goes horribly wrong, and Driver must risk his life to protect Irene and Benicio from the vengeful masterminds behind the robbery. Number 3. Based on Stephen King's 1992 novel of the same title, Gerald's Game is a 2017 crime thriller film directed and edited by Michael Flanagan, which was long thought to be unfilmable. The movie tells the story of a woman who accidentally kills her husband during a kinky game. Handcuffed to her bed with no hope of rescue, she begins hearing voices and seeing strange visions. After that, a harmless game between a married couple in a remote retreat suddenly becomes a harrowing fight for survival. So in order to escape, Jessie must confront long-buried demons within her own mind, and possibly lurking in the shadows of her seemingly empty house. Number 2. Hush is a 2016 American slasher film directed and edited by Mike Flanagan. It received positive reviews from critics, who praised the performances and atmosphere. The plot revolves around a deaf and mute horror author, Maddie Young, who lost her abilities to hear and speak after contracting bacterial meningitis at the age of 13. After that, hoping to advance her writing career following her publication of Midnight Mass and receiving international critical acclaim, Maddie leaves New York City and lives an isolated life in the woods with her cat. However, she is attacked by a serial killer who stalks her in her own home, so Maddie must do all she can to escape her death. Number 1. Taxi Driver is a 1976 American film directed by Martin Scorsese. The film is set in a decaying and mortally bankrupt New York City following the Vietnam War, and follows Travis Bickle, a taxi driver and veteran, and his deteriorating mental state as he works nights in the city. Suffering from insomnia, disturbed loner Travis Bickle takes a job as a New York City cabbie, haunting the streets nightly, growing increasingly detached from reality as he dreams of cleaning up the filthy city. When Travis meets pretty campaign worker Betsy, he becomes obsessed with the idea of saving the world. First, plotting to assassinate a presidential candidate, then directing his attention toward rescuing 12-year-old prostitute Iris. If you like twisted movies with blood and bullets, then you will surely enjoy this one. And this brings us to the end of the video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for amazing movie reviews coming your way. And thank you for watching.